welcome back. Today I have my February favorites, and this month I tried out so much new stuff and I'm really excited to share it with you guys. So let's get right into it. The first favorite I have is a skincare favorite, which is weird for me because I'm not too into skincare. But anyway, I found this at CVS. This is the Clean and Clear Cream Cleanser. I think that this is one of their like basic cleansers that they've had out forever. But with me with skincare and face washes is I'm really picky. I don't like a lot of them, and I don't end up buying them because I don't want to spend the $12 on a full-size thing and it not work out. So CVS has these in the aisle. They're these little tiny sample sizes and they're awesome. It's $1, but this product is just like a creamy lotion-like a lotion-like cleanser, and it smells like a hotel. But yeah, I've just been really loving this stuff. So, and I just love the idea of selling samples like this. My next favorite, keeping up with the skincare, is the Soft Lips Cube, and this is a lip balm or chapstick. And this is an SPF 15, which is awesome, you know, good to protect your lips. But I like it because it's really great and moisturizing before I go to bed. And my only thing with these little cubes or the EOS lip balms is they're just kind of inconvenient to take with you. I don't know if this formula is the same as the regular soft lips, like the sticks, but I do need to check those out because this is probably one of my favorite chapstick consistencies and products I've ever used. So, but for nighttime use, it's really great because it just, you know, can sit right on your nightstand. Okay, so my next favorite is the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade. I have mine in the color Blonde, and I love this stuff. This is a thin-haired girl's dream. So I have really fine hair, so it's always so hard to fill in right here under the arch. I've been loving the Dip Brow Pomade because it's almost like a paint. It's just perfect for completely filling in my brows. So my next favorite is something that I picked up because of Kathleen Lights here on YouTube. I know that me and her look nothing alike, but in all reality, we love the same stuff. When I watch her channel, I can trust her opinion 100% because everything she likes, I'm obsessed with. So I was watching, what was I watching? I was watching some video and she was talking, her products I regret buying video, I was watching that. And she was talking about how she loves the Wet n Wild Mega Volume and that's her holy grail. And I had never even heard of it, and I've recently been using the Jordana Best Lash Extreme and I really like it. The only thing with that one is, and it kind of scares me, is because the formula dries really crunchy, and when I'm taking it off, I always take my makeup off in the shower. I go like this between my fingers with my mascara in the shower. And with that one, over any mascara I've ever used, it comes off, it doesn't like break apart in the shower. It comes off in solid tubes. So a lot of the times I end up pulling my lashes out, which I don't want to happen. So I like that mascara for special occasions, but it's just kind of worrying me that it's bad for me. So I thought I would give another mascara in that same price point of about $3 a try. So I picked it up, and this is what it looks like, Wet n Wild Mega Volume. I almost didn't find it. It was like on the very bottom. They have lots of mascaras, but it's a natural bristle brush, which I just love natural bristle brushes. That is so hard to say. Natural bristle brushes. But anyway, yeah, so I just like this kind of brush. I don't like the rubber brushes very much unless I'm doing my bottom lashes, which I do with my CoverGirl Clump Crusher. But I've been really liking this. This doesn't give me a lot of length, but it does do a good job of volume, and it does a good job of being black. I know a lot of mascaras are black, but as they dry, they kind of turn that like weird gray. They're like shiny in the light or anything. This one is super black. Like, what I'll do is I'll usually put a layer of like lengthening mascara on, and then I'll just go in with like 20 coats of this and get really voluptuous, volumized lashes. And what's great about this is it doesn't really clump at all. I didn't notice clumping at all. So it's different for me because I'm used to clumping, but I actually really like how this is making my lashes turn out. So I'm definitely going to keep up with this. My next favorite is one that I knew I was gonna love and I never got the chance to pick it up. And that is the Rimmel Lasting Finish. And I have mine in the color 200 Soft Beige. It's very similar to like the Revlon Color Stay or even the Neutrogena Shine Control, which I love too. I like this more than the Color Stay. But it gives such a beautiful finish to the skin. It doesn't look as cakey as those look, I think. I think this one looks a little bit less. The only thing with this though is it kind of is hard to get off. Like usually I'll shower and like wash my face and stuff, and I'll get out of the shower and I'll notice like patches of the foundation like stuck to me. So then I have to go in with like, you know, a liquid makeup remover to like really get that off, but that's kind of weird. So I don't really know. I think this would be weird if you were like wearing this to like a pool or something. Like if it got wet, it wouldn't just come off. It would like look really weird. So, I mean, I don't think it's meant to be used with water, but I mean, I just found that to be strange. Okay, so my next two favorites, I'm gonna do them both at the same time because they're the same thing. Oh my gosh, all the words came off this one. It's the Wet n Wild Color Icon Bronzers. So I have the color Bikini Contest and Reserve Your Cabana. Bikini Contest, I was like kind of afraid because I mean, look at me and look at this. Like this is pretty dark, but I am wearing it today. I don't know if you could tell. I have seen these at the drugstore for years. I've seen them for so long, and I've always thought that this was something that was like a cheaper product, and it was. So one day I was in a Rite Aid, and all Wet n Wild products were 50% off. All of them. You didn't have to buy anything to get that deal. Like it was just 50% off across the board. And I mean, Wet n Wild is so cheap. What are these, $3? So I got them for what, $1.50? Like I couldn't even come up with a reason not to buy them. I had to. Okay, you understand I had to. So I got Bikini Contest because my thing with bronzers is I always get the medium shade and I never feel like it's dark enough for it to even like be kind of noticeable as like contour. And I know you're not supposed to contour with bronzers, whatever, I do it because that's just the way I am. Anyway, so I went for, since it was $1.50, I just dove right into the darkest shade that they had, and that is Bikini Contest. So I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's like a reddish undertone bronzer, which is so different for the drugstore. I feel like most bronzers are orangey and it's gross. Like NYC Sunny, I didn't like that. That was really orange. But this one is so good. It's got that terracotta, red, clay look to it. And I'm actually tan. This gives me the most beautiful sun-kissed, just got back from Hawaii look. The other one I have is Reserve Your Cabana, and this is my most recent purchase. I am also wearing this today. I don't know if it's picking up at all. Probably not. But I have heard that this is a dupe for the Hourglass blushes or highlighters or whatever. Are they ambient lights? Oh my god, I'm so wrong. I don't know. But it's obviously not a bronzer because I don't know who this would bronze. But it is the most beautiful highlight ever. Okay. Let's have a conversation, please. So, I love my Physicians Formula Shimmer Strip over any highlighter ever, okay? That is never gonna change in my heart. This is just a different kind of highlight, but this one looks like my skin is just beautiful for no reason. And I've heard so much about this, and I never picked it up, but I just did the other day, and it just gives the most like natural looking highlight ever. My next two favorites are gonna be palettes, and I have had this palette for a while, and I think if I had a YouTube channel when I bought this palette, it would have been an unfavorite, and that is the Nude Tude palette from the Balm. I utilized this palette a lot in my 50 Shades of Grey tutorial, which I will link below, so if you want to go check that out. The quality of the shadows are amazing. So I feel like when I first got this palette, it was really hard for me to get inspired and come up with looks because I felt like there were maybe 4 looks in this box that you could do. And it was really hard to mix and match from the pinks to the silvers to the browns. I don't know, I just felt like the selection was kind of random. It was like they were trying to please everybody. You know, we'll give them some silvers and some browns and some pinks and everybody will be happy. But it just didn't hold up for me as far as what looks I can come up with because there just wasn't enough of the in-betweens, you know? I personally gravitate towards browns, and if there's 3 browns in this palette, 4 browns, you know, I feel like there's limited looks that I can do, and I'm not a big, I do wear pink eyeshadow and I do wear silver eyeshadow, but I would say out of all the looks that I do, silver and pink are the ones I do the least. I'm mostly browns, bronzes, and golds. I'm wearing gold today. So I just felt for me like I was so limited with this palette, but I've been getting into using the silvers and the pinks and stuff, and I'm actually really liking this palette. I'm figuring out more now that I have it, and I've been playing with it, more things that I could do to come up with different looks, and it is a really great palette. I recommend, and I will link this below if you don't have it. So my next palette favorite is the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. I got this for Valentine's Day from my lovely boyfriend. He's a sweetheart. And I don't get to have a lot of high-end products in my life. I limit myself to only buying high-end products when I've wanted them for a really long time. This was a palette that I had my eye on for ever since it came out, and I've just been, every time we go into the store, I would just walk over there with my boyfriend and look at it and just be in awe of how beautiful it was and how good it smells. This palette has so many different looks that you can make with it. I have done so much with this palette. If I could live with only one palette for the rest of my life, it would be this palette. Everything in here. There's even a highlight shade for your face, which is actually really good right here. This one's like a face highlight or like a brow bone highlight. I don't really like shimmery brow bone highlights too much. So good, you guys. And I love the new packaging. I wasn't a fan of the first packaging, so I'm happy that I didn't get it when it first came out, because now I get to have the slimmer version, and it looks like a chocolate bar. So my last 2 favorites are going to be hair care favorites. I'm gonna make a whole hair care video, I think, for people who are transitioning into having blonde hair, because these past couple months with the hairstylist messing up my hair, and just with everything that happened with that and having to go back to blonde, I put my hair through hell and back. So it's a little bit dry towards the end, but what I've been doing has been working really well for me. So I'm just going to mention my favorites and what I've been using. And the first one is coconut oil. I know that everybody's like gaga over coconut oil, and I thought I would give it a go. This whole jar was $6, you know, I mean, and I've used this much and I've used it like a bunch of times. It's so good for your hair. The way I use this is I just, I'll put it all over my hair, ends to roots. I like to do ends to roots. I know a lot of people and hairstylists always say, just put it on your ends. But I'm curling my hair and blow drying my hair all the way up here too. And sometimes I notice, you know, my little flyaways up here, and then my bangs, you know, they sometimes get a little bit dry and damaged too. But I'll just put it on before I go to bed, and then I will just, you know, put my hair up in some sort of bun, and I'll go to sleep. And when I wake up, I'll just wash it out. And you have to use a really good shampoo when you're washing this stuff out, because it can leave like an oily residue behind. But as long as you use a good shampoo, like a Head and Shoulders or clarifying shampoo, it will really get rid of it, and then you're gonna have beautiful hair. I use it once a week, and it keeps me really hydrated. And my very last favorite is also a recent purchase, and this is the L'Oreal Total Repair Damage Erasing Balm. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been using this long enough to notice like a substantial difference in like the health of my hair, but I use it almost every day. It says repairs up to 1 year of damage in one use. Okay, that's really dramatic. I wouldn't say that. I would say it feels like it repaired 1 year of damage in one use. Like, all my split ends are just softer, and they're not as, you know, damaged looking, and my hair as a whole is nicer. Thank you guys so much for watching my February favorites. I had a lot of fun with everything that I included. I've been using like crazy. I will link everything below. It'll all be in the description box, so if you want to go check some of it out, it will be there. I'm not affiliated with anybody, obviously. As new as my channel is, you can expect that I'm definitely not. But if you guys like these kind of videos and you want to see more, then just go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I would really love the support. And if you have any video requests, please comment below, and I will see you guys later. Bye!